Hello and welcome to the Arkham Reporter newsletter, the Lovecraft newsletter for March. Yeah, I know it's April, but I was traveling in Russia in late March and early April, and I didn't have my laptop or my microphone or anything like that to make the video, so I thought better make it later than rush a video on a tablet or something like that. So let's see what's been going on in the Lovecraft world in March. The Anatomical Guide to Lovecraftian Horus. I'll do one more plug of this book that I got. Peterson Games has finally released the Anatomical Guide to Lovecraftian Horus. The book is exactly as you'd expect given the title. A look at how various entities of the Lovecraft mythos function as living beings from a biological point of view. I found the book really unique, and I've not seen one that looks at deep ones or elder things or shoggoths like this before. Well, I did a whole review of it, so you can check out my full review on my channel, and you can also find a link below where you can get the book. The Castle Freak remake. It came to my attention that there is a remake to the 1995 film Castle Freak that was released last year in 2020. Apparently the film is a little higher in quality than the original, but that's just on face value. The story is apparently a very loose adaptation of The Outsider by Lovecraft and a little bit of the Dunwich horror thrown in as well. I have not seen this film, and a quick read through of the plot on Wikipedia did make me raise my eyebrow a bit, so don't take this entry into my video here as an endorsement. I haven't seen it yet and I cannot judge. I'm just pointing it out, its existence. If you're into B-grade horror films, then that's very cool. Check it out. Success. The letters are preserved. I mentioned in the previous newsletter that the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society was doing a fundraiser to buy and preserve a whole bunch of letters written between Lovecraft and his good friend and fellow writer Frank Belknap Long. Well, they reached their goal and they've managed to purchase these letters. The letters will be kept at the John Hay Library, which is property of Brown University, and both are located in Providence, Rhode Island. Later, the letters will be available online in digital format, later this year, I believe. Speaking of which, you can find the H.P. Lovecraft repository of letters and correspondences online and free to read. I will leave a link below where you can go check it out. So congratulations to us, and thanks to everyone who chipped in to help preserve those letters. And I hope that in a way this channel managed to help in that regard. The Lust from Beyond Let's Play. Once again, I will point out that I have another channel called the Innsmouth Gazette, and I've completed a Let's Play of a recently released video game called Lust from Beyond. If you are skeptical and thinking of the disappointment that was the previous Let's Play I did, that was of The Shore, I assure you that this game is immensely better in all regards. The channel that I have, the second one, the Innsmouth Gazette, despite its name, I just chose because it sounded cool, won't be another Lovecraft channel. It's just for whatever I feel like uploading, and that happened to be this Let's Play, so go check it out if you feel like watching a Let's Play. Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace. The newer video game Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace has released in March and is on Steam for under $20 right now. However, the game is apparently not getting such good reviews and responses, getting only a mixed rating on Steam, and some review sites are criticizing it for various reasons. Personally, I will be skipping this game, but if a turn-based game set in the Arkham horror universe sounds good to you, go check it out on Steam. Eldritch-Con in Romania. A bit of early news, but I got an email about a festival happening in Bucharest, Romania, which is relevant to our interests. It's happening in 2022 though. It's called Eldritch-Con, and it will focus on tabletop and role-playing games and lists a number of figures relevant to the Lovecraft fandom, including Sandy Peterson, Sean Brenny from the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society, Mike Mason, who is the creative director of Chaosium, and myself, most likely. No, I'm not being featured or anything there or having any special treatment or anything, but I will most likely, 99% for sure, will be at this festival. It's happening in November 2022, so it's still quite far away, but I only thought I'd mention it now because the tickets are being sold at a discounted price right now, and there seems to be a timer which is ticking down, so maybe if you want to have some long-term plans to go to Romania, hey, there you can get your tickets. They have various price options and such, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do my very best efforts to be there. The Richard Stanley Abuse Saga. Some bad news now, I'm afraid. Richard Stanley, the director and creator of the recent adaptation of The Color Out of Space, has been dropped by Spectrevision, the production company who worked with him to make that film and was going to work with him to make the next film, The Dunwich Horror. Stanley has been accused of domestic abuse by his former girlfriend Scarlett Amaris. In a statement posted to Twitter, Spectrevision said it will no longer be working with Stanley after Stanley was accused of abuse by his former partner Scarlett Amaris. Spectrevision will no longer work with Richard Stanley, the company said. We are proud of the talented cast and crew behind Color Out of Space, yet we are horrified about the charges against his director. I will link a couple articles below where you can read further on these accusations made by Scarlett Amaris in detail, but from what I've read, there are only accusations now and he hasn't been officially charged or prosecuted by the authorities. So now it seems like his filmmaking days are over. If he did do it, then he is a bastard. But these days where victimhood is currency, there are a lot of forgers out there. And who can really say what's what, especially when it's all just seems to be a pissing contest on social media. I mean, look at the Johnny Depp fiasco. But if he did do it, then he really is a bastard, but let's just wait until there's an official judgment and prosecution of him. And to end this video on a light-hearted note, I'm glad to report that Lovecraft's beloved pet cat, who he lost in his youth, has been living this whole time and has been documented alive and just as annoyed as he was in the rats in the walls. Alright cultists, that's all I've got for this month. All links to the news articles are listed in this video's description, so be sure to go there and check it all out. And most importantly, thank you to everyone who took the time to email me or write a comment regarding some news. Sorry for this long delay, but I was in Russia, as I said, and I didn't want to bring my laptop with me in case something happens, and then I gotta buy a new laptop. You know how it is. I did manage to meet up with a subscriber and fellow Lovecraft YouTuber while I was there, Alex, at this cleverly named Lovecraft bar in Moscow. That's Lovecraft, as in love craft beer. Very clever. He gifted me this book, a Russian copy of The Call of Cthulhu. I'm currently learning Russian because my Sonia Green is Russian. Come to think of it, so was Sonia, wasn't she? Or wasn't she Ukrainian? I forget. Anyway, I know some of you guys are able to speak Russian, so please go over to Alex's channel and subscribe to him there. Thanks for watching and see you again in the April newsletter. This time I'll try and make it on time. Remember, you can send any news you think is relevant and interesting. You can message me at my email or via Instagram. Alright guys, have a great weekend. See you around. Cheers.